Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Stamp with Barb. Buzz in with Barb, actually. Oop, got to turn my phone down. Let's see here. There we go. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully, hi Jean, hi Nancy. Welcome, welcome. I am just pulling you all up on my phone here and looking at the comment section. Give me a second as you look at these beautiful cards. I need to try to find the comments on my Facebook page or where I have this going live. There, are we here? Nope, hang on. So give me 1 second. I am here. For those of you joining me, this is Barb Ryder. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Michigan. And I'm coming to you live and just getting the comments here. Thank you for sharing. Hi June, hi Sue, welcome, welcome. All right, fabulous. Okay, so I have to get this here. All right, I think I am ready to start sharing some great stuff. Awesome. Hi, Deborah. Why did I say Debbie? I know it's Deborah. Okay. Hi, Kathleen. You can't hear me. You can't hear me, Kathleen? I don't know what's going on. Anybody else? Hi, Carol and Linda. Anybody else having trouble hearing me? Just let me know. No one else has said anything, so okay. All right. Okay, well, let me talk to you about what you see right here. I got some Christmas cards, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks for responding. I appreciate it. I know sometimes when I'm watching things on my phone that the volume for the things that come up in my Facebook feed are different than if I'm watching a YouTube or something else. So I don't know if that's how it worked out or not, but sorry about that. So hopefully you can hear me now. Hopefully things are good. But let me just talk to you about some of the things that you see here. I got all these nice little cards, and look at this. This is all sold out. This is that beautiful vellum snowflake paper. But this card came from my friend from our team, Linda Barton. And so pretty. This one, I really like it. This says Merriest Christmas Wishes, and if I can open it, this is from Lynn. This card, isn't that cute? And then, eat, drink, and be merry. Well, I got a special Christmas present with this one, which is awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are liking the cards. But yeah, whoops, and that just came right off. But how cute is that? This is from my friend Nancy. Thank you. This little card, it has, can you see that? It says Rejoice. Just a pretty little design. I love the layout. And this is from my friend Brenda and Jerry. She happens to be on our team. And then the last one is I think has been one of my favorite stamps that I have used for lives and for just a lot of different things. But here we have some of that gold shimmer paper. Isn't that pretty? And then this is some of the previous celebration stuff with the mistletoe magic. This card is from Jan Mueller. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining me, everybody that's jumping on here. We're going to use 2 different stamp sets and creating some masculine cards. You guessed Nancy's? Yeah. I bet you did, Linda. I bet you did. But yeah, I have a couple things to share with you. Making some masculine cards, because we always need masculine cards, right? So the 2 stamp sets we're going to be using is Mountain Air Now, if you've never used this, this is one of those reversible stamps, so you can stamp on one side, and then this piece on the back side will give you the solid. Alrighty, so we're going to be using Mountain Air. Sorry about the lights there. I don't know. There we go. It's not as bad down there. And then we're going to use this one, Waves of Inspiration. Have you guys, goodness, I can't see how to get that. I guess that's not too bad. Waves of Inspiration is a great set for calming kind of stamp, cards, scrapbook pages if you're into doing the scrapbooking. Anyway, we're going to use this for a masculine card. All right, so let me take these and move them out of the way. Thank you. All right, so the first card that we're going to make is using a couple different products. We're going to be using this timber embossing folder. I've already done that for you. It's already done in the project. So we'll be using that. And then, grab all my parts and pieces here. One of the things, I don't know if you realize that there are dies that coordinate with this stamp set. You've got some trees. There are images that you can stamp with the trees, and then two different cutouts. And then you can cut out the mountain, and you can cut out clouds. So, I've pre-cut one of the trees here. You can probably see it better on the white. There you go. All by its lonesome. Okay, I'll tell you about those in a second. So what else are we using? I'm going to use several colors. We're going to be using Early Espresso, Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, and Garden Green. Okay, so I'm going to just take these and let me get these things. Let me put them up here so I can grab them. I do want to mention that today is the last day for this host code right here. If you order from me, you will get gifts when you order from me with this host code. I do send a special gift for anybody that uses that host code. So, just want to shout out to the, oh gosh, yeah, let me see here. To the special that is going on right now, and that is free shipping. We still have the free shipping all day today. If you guys haven't realized, we have the free shipping going on. So take advantage of it. You do have to have $75 in product in order to get the free shipping, but you're saving 11%. That's what the shipping is here at now. So make sure to take advantage of that. All right, let me get to the next thing here. So let's measure our pieces. So if you want to recreate this card, okay, I know I just had my, here it is, it slid down here sideways. If you want to recreate this card, I'm going to grab up my little ruler that I like to use all the time. This is Crumb Cake, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of the Early Espresso, and you can see the embossing. That is using the timber embossing folder. And then I have a couple pieces here. We're going to have a piece of basic white 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside. For the front of our card, I have a 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. We're going to be stamping on that. Hi, Jeanne. Welcome. Hi, Tanya. And then this is a scrap. And then, like I said, I pre-cut this out for us. Okay? All right, so let's grab the scrap paper, because we definitely will need scrap paper. And I'm just going to move these pieces over to the side. We're going to start. Hi, Jan. Good to see you. So let me get up here where you can see. I thought I was farther down on my little camera thing here. Now, I am going to start with the mountains, and I'm going to start with the detailed side of the mountains. I'm going to be doing those in the Crumb Cake. Hi, Diana. Good to see you here. So anytime that I have big stamps like this, I like to use my ink on top of the stamp. Okay, just going to put that here for a second. And then on my cardstock, I'm going to start, I want this to, oh, let's see, this fits right straight across. So let's just go, we're going to stamp that right straight across, okay, just like that. Now, I'm going to take this before and not do anything else, but I'm going to shift it over just a little, and I'm going to stamp again right on top of those mountains. Okay, so see what it does? It gives me a nice little shadow in the background there. Beautiful. Now, how does this work to do, where's my cleaner? One momento. I've got two of them way over here, so I gotta grab those. Ugh. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this in my well-used chamois here. Okay. Thanks for sharing, you guys. It really helps me a ton when you share the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this off, okay, and I'm going to turn it around so that the solid piece is what we have now. So I'm going to take that solid piece, I'm going to ink this up, okay, and I don't want this super dark, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp it off first, just like that. Alrighty. Then I'm going to take this and shift it again and just stamp like that. So see what that does? It gives you a whole different look that is solid in that background area there. Alrighty. That's even still pretty dark. Let me see if I can't get this piece a little fixed right there. Okay, I guess that's not bad. We'll leave it like that. Thank you for sharing. I sure appreciate it, you guys, and welcome, welcome. If you're just joining in, we have some masculine cards that we're working on, and this is a super easy layout for so many different ways of doing things. There's little teeny birds that are in the set, and we're going to, I think we're going to go ahead and use the espresso for those birds, and I'm just going to ink, they're just teensy tiny there, okay, and I think we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of have them flying over on the background up by the mountaintops. All right, so there's that. We got that one done. I also have a sneak peek of some new product that's coming out in January, on January 5th. We have our celebration, and we have the Spring Mini Catalog that is coming. And, of course, if you are a current demonstrator, you are able to order from that now, you know. But, yeah, we have the celebration also. So I'm going to show you a sneak peek of something that's new that you can purchase. Whoops, sorry about that. That you'll be able to purchase January 5th. Okay, so next we have, I only have one of these long blocks, which it works really well with this. Did I? Yeah, I did. I cleaned it off. I wasn't sure if I cleaned it. Okay, so now I'm going to switch this out. Alrighty. I've got the plastic on here because I have this, I keep my dies in here. All right, so that's going to go here. And now I want these trees, okay? I've got the trees right here. And I want the detail side, so making sure I've got that detailed side up. We're going to use a garden green. So this stamp set is an easy stamp set to use, but it might not look that way if you are have never seen it really used before. So I'd be curious to know if you guys have used this stamp set much. I'm going to sit that up here for a second. Only 3 more days of working before retiring. Wow, that's nice. Nice. Okay, so see, I got some ink on the bottom of my block here. Let me see if I can clean that without, there we go. Okay, and now, these trees, I want these trees right kind of down just a sliver, and I'm just making sure getting where I want to be. Okay, right there. We're going to push that down. You've used it a lot, Deborah? Good. Okay, so there are my trees. I'll bring that up close, but again, I'm going to take this and I am going to just come up one more and stamp again, kind of to fill that in. See that? Doesn't that make a awesome kind of just scenery background? All right, so there we are. So the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and clean this. And let me show you some new things that are going to be in that little catalog that I cannot open yet. I can't open it until it goes live. All right, so let me get the green and move it out of the way. Okay, now we are going to be using a couple more things. We're going to use the crumb cake. And let me just bring this over here. But look at this product. This is a new holder that's coming out in the spring catalog. It holds your brushes, your blending brushes. And look, we have small blending brushes. What do you guys think about that? I'm using one with the crumb cake. This is our large. See the difference? And this is our small. And those are available starting January 5th. So, great, great tools. All right, I'm just going to grab a little bit of the crumb cake. And I don't want this very dark. Let me grab a little more. I'm just swiping it across the ink, tapping it off. And then I want this to be a little bit darker on the bottom. Or I want this to look more like, kind of like dirt, I guess. Anyway, we're going to bring this in and just kind of color this in down at the bottom so it's not stark white. Okay, so see that? I want that to be not so white, I guess. And you know what? Now that I'm looking, I think I'm going to go ahead and come up here where my mountains are. And it looks a little white in the bottom part of them. And so I'm just going to swipe that across. Okay, that looks fabulous. All right, we're not done though, because we want to take this balmy blue and we're going to go ahead and let me put that little guy back there. We're going to use this to give us a little bit of sky. So let's grab some blue, and I'm just going to come from the top right at the edge very lightly to kind of fill in right in those little areas above the mountains, just like that. Okay, I just didn't want it, sorry about the bounce, I didn't want it to be too white. Okay, so hopefully you can see the little bit of difference there. Now, if you wanted to have this darker with more trees, we could ink that up and do that again. And I'm almost feeling like I want to do that, but I think I'm going to leave it. Alrighty. Okay, so now let's go back. We need early espresso again. So I'm going to grab that. And we're going to take this sentiment from the other set. Remember I said we're using the two sets, the Waves of Inspiration. This one says your strength is an inspiration. And that just, this majestic kind of look just cries out to me that that's what it should be. Thank you, Sue. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to ink this up, but we're not going to stamp it directly onto there. We're going to stamp it onto this because we're going to use a punch And let's see, let's stamp that just like that. And you guys know me, I like to clean as I go because I will inevitably get my sleeve or something or put it away and it'll be, you know, the wrong color and, you know, make a mess. Okay, so we got the stamping done there. I'm going to go ahead, I'm done with this dark color. We're going to use the postage rectangle stamp. Let's come in here and let's punch this. It's just going to fit, okay? Now, I'm going to, I've showed you this trick before, I think, but just for the fun of it, we're going to go as much to the top as I can here. I'm going to try to get it straight. Okay, see there? I'm going to punch that out. Now, that just fits. Now, I'm going to take this. I'm going to come back in here. You can start here and then work your way in. Actually, I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to start from the bottom because I want to grab a hold of this piece and I'm going to bring this up, kind of fit it in the grooves. See how it's kind of in the grooves there? And I'm going to punch. And then look, you have a customized rectangle punch. So there is that. I love that trick. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab my blending brush here and see if I can, I don't know if I have enough ink left on here. Let me grab the crumb cake one more time. There's just not enough on there. Okay, so I'm going to grab that and I'm just going to hold it and just go around the edges. And again, sorry about the little bit of bounce that happens, just so this isn't so stark white. Okay, I don't know if you can see the difference, but you can see it this way. See, I've got a little color around the outside there to kind of make it stand out a little. All right, so there is that. So now we're ready, almost. One more thing, we need that garden green again, and I have pulled the one of the trees stamps that is in the stamp set, and this is the inside of the card. Now it's going to go landscape, so I want to make sure that I stamp it correct. And let's grab this. Does it hold the larger blending brushes? Yes, Teresa, it does. It does. Let me show you here. I threw them in here real quick, and they just. But see how there's two, there's a smaller and a larger hole? They both will fit, okay? So I'm going to stick that back down in there. And there's a little groove, let me see, down in the underneath. See the hole underneath? That will help you in where you're putting your brush. Your brush tip will hold it there. But here you go. Here is the large, and there it holds the large too. So, it holds them both. Fabulous. 9 large or small. Thank you so much, Jeanne, for answering that question. Okay, I don't have that stamp on there well. Okay, let's ink this up. This is garden green, and we are just going to put some trees on the inside of our card here. I'm going to ink that up and do another little tree there. So that's going to be the inside of our card. All right. And last but not least, it's time to put it together. And I have one more little piece of, what do I want to call it? You know how I like to do dimensions, making things not just all flat on the card, but when you're making a masculine card, sometimes you don't want, you know, ribbons and gems on there. So we're going to use some linen thread and add that to our card. But let's go ahead and put it all together. So this piece, get my adhesive here, turn it over. Actually, we can do this. And here's my silicone mat. Awesome. Thanks, Jeanne. I sure appreciate everyone's help when you can look those things up. And all right, so there's, when you use an embossing folder, you have a debossed and embossed. So this is the debossed, and that means it's sticking up. Embossed means indent. That's my thinking anyway. So I want the part that sticks up. I want that to show. So this is going to go right on to my early espresso. Okay. Then this will go onto the crumb cake card base, right like this. And there is that much. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. And then we're going to put a couple more things on the front. So let's just do this. I'm so happy that I remembered to stamp this horizontal instead of vertical. That's so it works. Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, everybody. And then this is our piece. We are going to pop that up right here. But before we do that, let's go ahead. I'm going to put a little adhesive here. And remember I said we're going to use this linen thread. What I'm going to do is just hold on to this, and I'm just going to wrap it around my fingers a few times, like that. I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and cut weird, and then we're going to take this, and we want it to be crazy, all right? And I'm just going to, I guess I should pinch it first. There we go. I'm going to pinch that, and I'm going to lay it down on my adhesive so that it kind of holds it. Now I want the crazy. I got a little ahead of myself there for a second. Now I just want the crazies to kind of go every which way. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you like this manly kind of card. Okay, so we're just going to add that linen thread just to create something, you know, some more dimension on the card. Let's grab some dimensionals here, and I'm going to grab the big ones, and I'm going to go ahead and put one kind of in the middle over some of those pieces. All right. Okay, let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and put that, like I said, we're going to put that kind of right here. Well, this guy didn't get quite as angled as I was hoping, but that's all right. Let's, we can maneuver things, right? I don't want to come that far down off my page. Okay, we're going to put that right here. And let's just kind of move this stuff around a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Alrighty. That's not, it's not too bad. It's right down there at the bottom. So I'm good. Last but not least, this is another little technique. I don't know if I've shared this with you guys before, but one of the ways that you can use this silicone mat, I think it's a $6 purchase. It's awesome. You're welcome. I'm going to take some of our basic, the Tombow glue. Okay, you just need to get some dollop. There you go. That's the word I wanted. Dollop onto your silicone mat, because once this dries, you are able to just rub it and it'll come right off, or you can wash it. But I have a little cup in my little basket that I keep all my basic supplies, and this sponge is my glue sponge, and so I'm going to hold on to it. This is the back side of the tree. Oh, there's one little spot that didn't get emptied there. But this is a great way that you can put glue onto pieces like this. I'm going to hold it right down here, and I'm just going to pounce that glue on here. Okay? And that way, it is going to stick to my card. Bring this over here. Now make sure you don't get your card in that. So I'm going to take this and move it out of the way. All right. And this is actually, you know what? I should have put my birds a little farther. So we're going to take this, and the birds are going to be flying around the tree. How's that? This is just going to go right here in the front, just like so. And there you have our first masculine card. Isn't that cool? I think it's pretty fancy schmancy. So, there we are. Mountain Air, that is what we use for this one here. So, let me get some things cleaned up out of the way, and we're going to go to our next card. And that one is using the Waves of Inspiration. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you like that card. Okay, let me move some things out of the way and switch things around here so that we can go on to the next. Okay, get that. All right, give me 2 seconds here. Hey, guess what? Let me show you some other cards that I made, a couple other cards. Using, this is similar. This one here is similar, but you can see I stamped the trees here, and then I sponged in some blue so that it's water. It looks more like water down here. What stamp did I use, Bobby? I used, it's called Mountain Air. The hearts are, I know, Sue, that's what happened last time for you. Isn't that crazy? And then this was, I did a few more birds up here, but this is a little more gray with blue. And then this was a fun card. Using a retired set and some of our retired Misty Moonlight. But yeah, just gave it a nice, different kind of look. But yeah, this is one that we're using some retired product, but it's just a different idea. So I don't have a lot of samples with that one, huh? Just added a new one to my collection. Okay, so there's that. So let me grab all the other things that we're going to be using here on this next card. We're going to be using the mini emboss machine on the next card. We're also going to be using this beautiful paper. It's in the plastic. This paper is the Sun Prints, and it's in the annual catalog. And there are lots of, well, blues, okay? You've got lots of designs. There is one that's got Pacific Point, grays, navy, and then on the other side, isn't that pretty? You've got some, kind of gray or gray granite. There's another one that's in there. These are also really kind of masculine looking paper. So if you're in need of something like that, that would be a good one to choose. Okay, let's see. I got to move this out of the way. We are going to be using the Stamparatus. We're going to be using the big wave here. And let me grab all the pieces that we need. And we're going to be using Starry Sky and Pool Party for this card. We're going to be using these two colors. Your favorite color blue? Which one's your favorite blue, Sue? Which one did I say was, and you said it was your favorite? Okay, let me move this and that. We can move that out of the way. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to be stamping with the big wave that's in here. This stamp set, this was the sentiment that I used on the other card with the Mountain Air, because there are no sentiments in that one. So we have a happy birthday, you're so totally awesome, our friendship is a thing of beauty. This is a really nice, whoops, sorry about the light, stamp here. And I've got some samples to show you guys, which are really great samples. Okay, so let's go ahead and use our Stamparatus. I already I put my paper in the spot where I need it. Again, this is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, same as the other card, okay? So there's that. We're going to ink this up, and it's always a good idea that when you're inking up your stamps in your Stamparatus, that you have something as a support under the plate when you're inking it up. All right, right? Let's see here. Most all shades of blue, Sue? Okay, gotcha. We're going to use Starry Sky. This is one of the in colors. And turn that around. And let's ink this up. Now, the reason I'm doing the Stamparatus is if I don't get this as dark as I want to, or all of the spots, sorry about the bounce, and sorry about the light. I can't do anything about that shining on, reflecting on there. Okay, that's pretty good. Then I can ink it up again and stamp it in the exact same spot. That is the awesome thing about the Stamparatus. All right, I'm going to pull this over here, and I'm just going to take this and push it down. And, I don't have one of those fancy holder puck things that I've seen other people use. So if you have your sleeve, it works really good just to take your sleeve and you can push that down. So let's see how I did. Beautiful. Awesome. Is exactly what I wanted. So now I'm going to pull this up and look. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm done with the Stamparatus, and we will move this over out of the way. Okay. Let me bring this back in here so that it's not white on white. I am going to use the Pool Party again and use it for a couple things. I'm going to grab the little blending brush. Like I said, these little mini ones will be available starting January 5th. Let's bring this back in here. And I'm just going to grab some of this color and tap some of that off. Now I'm going to bring this in here, and I am just going to put this color as part of the waves, okay, included in the waves into this blue, just to give it a little bit different variation in blues. Okay, so let me bring that up. Can you see that? I don't know. Can you see the difference? So it's not white into the wave, I guess. All right. So we got that. Now, as far as let's see here. Do I want some of the in the sky? I think we will. Let's go ahead. We're going to take this little guy again, and I'm just tapping off the excess. And I'm just going to try to lightly bring in that color. I know it's so hard, honestly, it is so hard to see this color change when you are watching on camera. But in person, you can definitely see the color change. But yeah, I can't see it myself when I'm looking at my screen with what you guys are seeing. The next thing we're going to do is, this also has some little birds. If I guess I didn't put them on. It's got one little bird, and let's see here. Yeah, there it is. One little bird. So let me grab a block, one of my little blocks here, and let's go ahead and put some birds flying. I'm going to do full strength. Let me see here. There we go. I don't think I want that color. Yeah, I don't want that color. We're going to go back to, I'm going to grab a gray, actually, because I just changed my mind. Thank you, Joan. Glad that you like the idea. All right, we're going to change the color, and I'm going to grab my basic gray over here on the side. We're done with the Pool Party. Okay. Done with Mr. Pool Party. Basic gray. That's what we're doing the birds in, okay? So let's do basic gray. And let's go ahead and let's have 1, 2, 3, and maybe even 1 one back over here. Now see how I just did not re-ink, but it looks like they're farther away. The lighter they are, the farther away that they are. So there is that, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take this little one here, and I think let's go ahead and do a bird, and let's do one more, kind of just flying there. All right, so we've got the birds kind of flying in the background. Alrighty, and next we're going to take our happy birthday sentiment from the Waves of Inspiration. It's a nice skinny one, so it fits on something skinny, but one of the dies that coordinate with this fits this beautifully. So I'm going to stamp this right there. Hopefully I did good. And here is the die, one of the dies that coordinate with this. And we're going to just cut this out just like that. And you will, I'm going to grab the mini emboss, cut and emboss. It's right here. I just have to grab it and get some other things out of my way. Now, for those of you that do not have this little mini cut and emboss machine, there is an awesome blue one that's going to be available. It's going to be available on January 5th if you decide to join my team. Sign up as a discount shopper. You can get one of these free. It's a $69 value. Plus you get the $125 in product for $99. So, great value coming. There's one that's in beautiful blue, or you can get the white. You can get either one. All right, I'm looking for my plates. I need my cutting plates here. Actually, let's see here. I think I'm going to open it this way. Now, sorry, but you probably will bounce just a little bit because I have my camera that's connected to the table here. So, on our cut and emboss machines, it tells you what plates you need, what numbers you need. So we need a 1 and 2 2s. And so that you got the 1 is the base, and then I have a cutting number 2, and lay that down. Let's see here if I can do it this way. Yeah. So this one, and then we need to lay this down, and this is going to go right here. And I actually am going to grab one of my Post-it notes to hold this down. Hey, Maria. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, you can go back and watch the replay and see card number 1 and some of the pretty Christmas cards I got. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this down, and hopefully I didn't get, okay, it looks like it's good. If it's coming off of the edge of your plate, just, fold it up like that. This needs to go on top, so we made a sandwich. And so now, let's go ahead and run this through, okay? So, once it grabs, I get the top of my little machine, and I just need to get a hold of it. I got to turn it this way. There we go. And then I'm going to run this through, and on the other side, it will come out as a beautiful die-cut piece for our card. You should have waited to sign up. Aw. June, you don't have the little mini? You can pre-purchase it right now as a demonstrator if you want the blue one. It just came in stock, so that as a demonstrator we can pre-purchase them. And there is my sentiment for the front of my card. Okay. If you need help with that, June, let me know, and I will help you. I can help you get tell you what you need to do to get that ordered if you want to order it. Okay, so here we are. We have this. Now, what else do we have in our, we have a card base of thick white, which is 8.5, 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, or folded in half. We have some of that sun print paper. One side is super dark, and then this side gives you a variation in color, which is awesome. I think, I'm not positive, but I think the Waves of Inspiration paper, I did not check the clearance rack, but I almost feel like that paper was on the clearance rack. it was coordinating paper that was with this suite when it came out. Here are some other dies that come in this suite. You got some clouds, you have some dimension that can go onto the clouds, you have some birds, actually larger birds that you could run through with the die machine. This piece is for the pelican, and then you've got these awesome pieces that you can use to give more dimension on the wave. So I just wanted to show you that, and put this back in here before I lose it. There we go. Okay, let's put our card together, and we're going to put that lighter side up. Okay, so this is going to go on the front of our card. And like I said, this is 4 by 5 1/4, and just leave a little bit of the white around to frame that blue. Okay, there we are. This piece is going to go onto here, and it just gives it just a awesome look. So this is going to go down here, and this will go in the middle of our blue, so that you have a little bit of variation going around the edges. And I purposely cut this smaller than, I cut it a 1/2 inch to have a 1/2 inch around the edges instead of a 1/4 like most of the time we do. And then we have this piece, and this piece is actually going to kind of go right here. I actually was thinking it would go here, but that's not going to work. So, yeah. Yep. We're going to put it right there. Right down here. Guys don't like a lot of foo-foo on their card, so this does not have, you know, all the gems and all of that, but we did have the beautiful blue gems that was with this suite. So if you, you know, bought all the fun things that were in the suite, you could add those. I've got some samples I'm going to show you that show you lots of ideas. Let's see if that will, I don't want it to cover that up completely. How about if we go like that? We're gonna put that right there. I think I've got it straight. Does it look straight? I think so. Okay. You know, I'm looking at this and I think there's something else that this needs. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead, put this down, my speckly thing here. And if you guys have a water painter, here's another way that you can use your water painters. Let me grab, where is the other one? There it is. No, that's not it. Here it is. All right, you want to make sure that your water painter is wet, and you take your ink. Now this one doesn't have any ink pooled up in here, but I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is take this. If you can't squeeze it with your thumbs, you could take this and squeeze like that, or you could take your re-inker and you can drop it in here. But see how that gives me a little pool of color? I'm going to take, this has got water in it. Can you see that? Whoops. Can you see there's some water in there? But I'm going to, there's a section, it says push. So I'm going to push this, and I want you to, the water will come down. You want the water to come down into your brush. And this one's pretty dry. So, whoops. Sorry about that. So I'm just trying to get the water to come down. If it doesn't seem to come down, you might want to loosen this a little bit so that it's not super tight. Okay, come on down there. I think once upon a time the water flowed down. It's not coming down for me. I have not used this in quite some time. Maybe that's why. Oh, there it comes. Oh, I just wasn't patient enough. There it comes. Okay. All right, now I've got water. So I'm going to drip this so that, see how that's wet? See that? Okay, so that's what I want. All right. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bone folder, and I'm just going to hit this. Actually, maybe I'll do it this way, onto the hard. Nope, it's not coming off that way. We're going to do it this way. You could do this with a blender pen, but I don't have my blender pen right here by me. So I wanted to show you this other technique. Okay, I can see it coming off now. All right, I think I need a little more. All right. When I bring this up, you'll be able to see these speckles. Oh, I like that. It really makes a difference on that, on the whole card. Okay, maybe I didn't have it wet enough. Let me see if you can see. Can you see? Yeah, see there's, hopefully you can see it. I'm looking at my screen to see if you can, if I can see it on my screen. I'm not seeing it on my screen, but there are. It gave me more. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna, we're gonna keep going here. All right, there. Okay, now I have a little more water, so maybe that's gonna work for me. Okay, let's try this again. Oh yes, I did not have it wet enough. Okay, now you can see it. All right, see those speckles in there now? There you go. That looks way better, way better. Just a little silly little thing like that really makes a big difference. Awesome. Awesome sauce, you know? The last thing I wanted to do, all right, this is really wet, so I'm just going to, one of the ways, did you know that you could take this and just squeeze it till you get it clean and wipe it on there? You can also do it here. You know, squeeze that water down and just keep wiping this until it comes out clear. And that's how you can clean your water painters. Here, let's see. It's almost clean. I want to show you, but that's how you clean your water painters. You can just keep squeezing this until you get it to come out clear. And even though it might stain your brush a little bit, how about Wink of Stella on the top of the wave? Oh, that's a nice idea, Jean. Let me grab it. I have that as one of my staple tools in my kit, in my stamper kit. So let's see. Here we are. Let's take some Wink of Stella, and there's some dots that are kind of on the around there, but yeah, the Wink of Stella. Now it is a little sparkly, so hopefully if it's going to a guy, he won't mind the sparkle. Maybe he really likes the waves. It just looks so majestic, this stamp set, and that's what made me think that this would be a great masculine card. There we go. That works pretty well, Jean. Great idea. Okay. All right, let's see if we can see that. Can you see the little bit of sparkle there now? The shimmer, I guess. Pretty simple card. I mean, it's not really big foo-foo, especially for the guy, but it works. It works. So, happy birthday, and then let's go with You're Totally Awesome, and stamp that down with, oops, I'm going to get a different block, using the Starry Sky. Thank you. All right, Starry Sky, and then let's do You're Totally Awesome on the inside. Okay, hopefully that's good. Yes. Woo! I always sweat when I do things without, you know, kind of last minute. But it works. All right, let's clean this blue off of here. All right, and I have some other samples to show you. Now, like I said, at one point we had some paper that coordinated with this whole suite. And so you'll see that in these sample cards that I have. Let me grab them. So many beauties. This suite was awesome. All right, so here's the one we did, and I'll pull that with the other card here in a minute. There we go. But check this out. Now, there are lots of designer papers that will coordinate with this, but this one is a great, great sample. I love this one. So this one is using the Stamparatus, and this is Pacific Point. You can hear the seagulls in the waves. Awesome. But there was some bright, shiny paper, but there is the dies to cut out the birds. And then our, this is that our silver mesh behind there. You guys, this is such a beautiful card in person. I can't even tell you. And it's so easy. It's a simple one. This one, I believe that Donna from our team stamped this one. Look at here, the clouds using the silver foil, and then that blue foil, and then I don't know if you can tell. See how that's embossed? She ran the texture plastic window sheet. I can't think. A window sheet. She took the window sheet and ran it through this speckled embossing folder, and it gives it that look of like actually rain. It looks like rain, like a storm or something. But isn't that cool? Here is one using the designer paper. And again, you can use different designer papers and get different looks. But these are samples I had when that paper was available. And now I'm curious. I'm going to go right to the clearance rack to see if any of this paper is still there. If it is, you want to check it out. And if you like this stamp set. Now, these are the gems that were available back then with the whole suite. It was a great suite. This one is similar, I guess, if not the same. The designer paper is a little different. This is like the one I just shared earlier. And then here is another one using that seagull. Again, this is the Just Jade ribbon that's retired, but look at how awesome that looks. And then we have layered designer paper here, and then like it's in the water. Isn't that cool? And this is on vanilla. And let's see here. I think this is the last one that I have. And again, we had this foil paper, which was really cool. Got the wave stamped full strength and then off, and I believe this one used the Stamparatus, and then just highlighting the sentiment at the top. Then you've got the navy with the seagull in the inside. Not seagull, pelican. But there you are. Aren't those great samples? I love those. But yeah, 2 sets that I've not shared at all, if very minimal, I think. Hi, Shar. You can go back and watch the replay. We just finished our second card, our last card, actually. But yeah, aren't those awesome? Here are the 2 cards that we did again this evening with and kind of the mail. I have some other mail cards in mind, but like I had mentioned last Thursday, maybe. I'm going to clean stamps while I'm talking. Last Thursday, I mentioned I was going to be doing a virtual class, and I really thought for sure I could get that done before this week. I don't think I can, because exciting. I'm the oldest of 5 siblings, and we are getting together for Christmas because my sister that lives in Florida, sometimes she's on here, PJ Hartman, she is in town, and we are going to get together on Sunday. So I have a lot to do, lots of things to wrap and get ready, and it makes me excited to have them all here. Here we go. Well, hopefully you like those cards. Hopefully you will try those stamp sets if you have them. If you don't, you know that you can purchase them today for free shipping. And then starting in January, there's all kinds of fun stuff with a sneak peek that I shared in the blending brushes and the holder. So Thanks for joining me tonight, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you watched this till the end and you are on YouTube watching it, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up that you like the projects, and comment. I would love to have that. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Being with the family on Sunday. So, all right, you guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.